And Jacob dreamed that there was a ladder set up on the earth, the top of it reaching to heaven, and the angels of God were ascending and descending on it. Jacob woke from his sleep and said, "Surely the Lord is in this place, and I did not know it." And he was afraid, and he said, "How awesome is this place! This is none other than the house of God, and this is the gate of heaven." Jacob's dream about a ladder connecting heaven and earth is one of the more well-known accounts in the Bible. A simple search of the phrase Jacob's ladder on the computer reveals many items. There's a plant, actually a flowering plant called Jacob's ladder. There are movies. There's the African American spiritual, which we will hear Cody play in just a few minutes. Even toys. This is a handmade toy from Kentucky called Jacob's ladder. And as you can see, it repeats a pattern that is at both times interesting and even a little bit relaxing. All this demonstrates a compelling theme: the connection between heaven and earth. What is it? Where does God live? How does God communicate with us? What is our response? First, a reminder of the context of this account. Remember last week we heard about Jacob and his brother Esau. And the trickster and heel, Jacob, was fleeing from the anger of his brother Esau, whom he had tricked out of the family inheritance. Jacob's mother, Rebekah, had convinced Jacob's father, Isaac, that the only appropriate wife for the heir apparent was from the old country, back where Jacob's maternal uncle Laban lived. Sound familiar? It should. 2 weeks ago, we heard Rebekah's story, how a servant was sent to the old country to find a wife for Isaac. The servant found Rebekah at a well and brought her back to marry Isaac. And in the parts of Genesis between last week's section and this week, we find that Isaac has indeed become a digger of wells. He's taken his family on a semi-nomadic existence, digging wells and finding water for his herds and flocks in the desert. But near the end of his life, when Isaac was beginning to settle back into kind of an easy retirement, he is tricked into giving his blessing to his second son, Jacob. Jacob's twin brother, Esau, in a rage, threatens the life of his twin, and Rebekah packs him off to her brother to get him out of the line of fire and find him a suitable wife. So today we find Jacob, the heel, the trickster, is on his way east, traveling alone through the desert. Night falls, he stops to sleep, placing a stone under his head. In a very real way, he is between a rock and a hard place. During the night, he dreams of a ladder between heaven and earth, with angels walking up and down, the holy messengers spreading God's message.